Because when you overtrain, you're overworking your muscle, and your muscle is really never going to grow because it's always going to be stuck in the same spot, and you're actually going to go backwards. And for those of you that are continuing doing supersets and 2-3 sets after one after the other, you're not really getting anywhere either. Because if you're not giving 100% on your first set and you have enough gas to do the second and third, well, you didn't do anything at all. Now, as far as techniques and styles, this is the way that I like to work out, and this is the way that old school bodybuilding is, the way that the old school bodybuilders did. Everything back in the day, the old school bodybuilding, look, you can't fix what's broken. It's what works. It's how you train, and it's how you get results. When you go to the gym, you should focus on one muscle group. One muscle group. That means if you're gonna do back, you go do back. If you're going to do legs, you go do legs. If you're gonna do arms, you do arms. Maybe add a little bit of calves and abs on that day because it's a short day, but don't sit there, my God, and do arms and shoulders and back. Your back takes up half of your body. How in the hell do you have enough gas and energy and glucose in your system for back, which is one day, arms, which is one day, and shoulders, which is one day? You have 3 heads, front, middle, and back. Your rear delts require 2 exercises. So what are you gonna do for the front and the middle? How the hell are you gonna combine that with 6 exercises for your back? You got upper, lats, mid for density in the center, and then your lower. What are you gonna do? 25 exercises in one day and be at the gym for 4 hours? Come on, people. This is why people never get ahead. This is why people never see results, and this is why people look the same year after year. When you go to college, you take one class at a time. You go to history class, you go to history class. You leave the history class. Then you go to grammar, and you go to grammar. And then you go to English, and then you go to English. And then you go to microbiology, and then you go to physics, and then you go to economics class. Every class is different. You don't go and there 5 and 6 classes in one class. Every class is different. Every subject is different. And so every muscle is different. And so when you walk into the gym, pretend you're walking into a college, whether you've been there or not, and each class is each muscle group, and you have to focus on that muscle group. The legs should be one whole day anyway because it's such a huge body part that it requires so much energy, and it's the most exhausting and the most gruesome for those of us that know how to work out legs properly. Some of you don't, but this is what it is. You have to, the technique is you have to choose one body part, one muscle, and focus on that muscle. If you want to do abs on shoulder day, that's fine. If you want to do abs on arm day, which are kind of your maybe easier days, that's fine too. But you cannot combine legs and shoulders, or shoulders and back, or arms, back, shoulders, or arms and legs. You just can't do that. Well, I'm not saying you can. You can do whatever the hell you want, but that's not gonna work, and that's not gonna get your results. And if you're okay with not getting results, and you're okay with looking the same year after year, but just announcing to the world for no reason that you went to the gym, just to say you went to the gym, paying a membership to not getting any results, and if you're cool with that, then I'm cool, you being cool with that. But for those of the people that are serious, you have to respect each body part and focus on each body part. As far as the technique goes, you wanna make sure that you're not rushing the movement. You wanna make sure that you're doing a complete movement top to bottom, from the negative to the positive. A lot of people like doing half reps. A lot of women that I see doing, even men doing squats, they're not squatting past the knees, past parallel. You do not have to do that phrase, ass to the grass, or what is it, ass to the grass, ass to the floor. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor, because once you pass a certain degree, when you go below parallel, you've already lost the tension. If you put your ass all the way down to your ankles, you've already lost the tension. The tension is right below parallel, and then as you push back up with your glutes and your hamstrings and your quads, that's where the power comes. That's where the rush comes, and go all the way back up. Same thing if you're doing a skull crusher or a tricep extension. You know, the exercise is not like this. The exercise is all the way back to the back of your head, stretching that full tricep and coming up, and then taking it all the way back, right back here, stretching the tricep and all the way up. Same thing for the tricep pull down. A lot of people are doing this little move here where they're just doing this, okay, and it seems like they're trying to crank up a lawnmower. It's all the way up, and the arms are stuck not flying out here. The arms are stuck to the body, and you pull the arm and you go all the way down and squeeze at the very bottom so you get that squeeze, and come up slowly and bring it back down and get that squeeze. For those of you that are doing I can't tell you how many, especially men, I can't tell you how many men, you look so stupid. I can't tell you how many men, even when they're doing chest, they're just like, you're not gonna get anywhere. What you're gonna get on a half movement is a half-ass. Your half movement is half-ass. So the technique is getting that full stretch. The technique is not hard, but the thing is that nobody takes time to learn the proper technique, which is why 98% of the people in the gym are clowns, they're a joke, and nobody does it right, but nobody wants to pay someone to not look like a fool. People would rather not pay someone, and people would rather look like a fool to not pay someone. And that's perfectly fine, but I'll tell you what, my parents taught me that if you don't know something and you need to learn something, you pay somebody because that's their level of expertise. So if I need a painter, well, I like to paint, I kind of paint because I do like it. But if I need a painter to paint the outside of my house, I'm not gonna do it myself, I'm gonna hire a painter. Why? Because they're the experts. Now they might not know about computers, they're gonna hire somebody that knows computers. If I need some help with my computer, my Wi-Fi, I'm gonna get somebody that knows help with computer and my Wi-Fi. I'm not gonna try to do it myself because I don't know shit about computers. So, you know, there's areas in life where we need to learn. And for those of you that need a trainer, even if it's for 2 or 3 months, invest in that. Invest in yourself, invest in your technique, and invest in your result. Because this is only gonna be for you. You're investing the money for you. That person is gonna help you, guide you so you get proper form and proper technique so that you can lift accordingly to get the results that you want. The money is not for somebody else, the money is for you. Because in return, the money's gonna go right back to you when you learn how to do it correctly, and then you start seeing results. Now, don't forget, you also have to make sure that you have your hormones balanced, because if you don't, you're still gonna be a fat ass. And you have to make sure that you're eating correctly. If you're still eating fast food, and if you're fasting, and if you're eating tons of vegetables, oh my God, and if you're on this protein diet, listen, the muscle needs glucose. Glucose comes from carbohydrates. Glycogen is the carbohydrate storage that the brain and the muscle feeds off of. For those of you that are scared to eat carbohydrates, you need to email me. My nutrition plans, $175, it's not a lot. You can eat that way for the next 5 years, really doesn't matter. Spend that $175, let me write you a nutrition plan so that you learn how to become friends with food, so you learn how to manage food and learn how to manage your meals with proper portions. Simple as that. Everything is about doing it correctly in order to get the result that you want. Discipline and consistency. That's it. That's all you need. And you really have to change your mindset, because if you still have the mindset of what you did 10 years ago, then you're never going to change and you're never going to do anything right. You're never going to do anything right. So, Stella, you know, you have to train heavy and intense. Focus on one muscle group, dedicate that day to that one muscle group, fatigue the muscle, go heavy and intense, add a little more weight, make the ugly faces on your 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th rep, and then you will learn what heavy and intense training is. Give yourself a few seconds, 20, 30 seconds to breathe, and then get right back on the next set. And this is really the proper technique in how to train. Once you get more advanced in your training, you can just increase weight and increase weight and increase weight, and this is where you will see your body progress and your body start to transform, because muscle is what's going to burn the fat. Cardio does not burn the fat. You got to make muscle and you have to build muscle in order to burn the fat. And this is what it is, and this is what it takes. If you like this video and you found value in this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video. Give that big thumbs up, hit that big button. And Stella, you better share this video. All your friends. Comment on this video, because a lot of people that I do the videos for some reason, they don't even take the time to make a comment on the videos that I write for them. I'm not saying you won't, but a lot of people don't even comment on the videos. But like, share, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Let's interact. Leave your comment. What's your favorite training day? What's your favorite muscle to train? And let me know how you feel and how you liked this video. So, Everyone have a great week.